this morning.
Well, trick-or-treating is a go for Knox County, but there are some limitations. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on WVLT News. I'm Harry Sullivan.
And I'm Casey Wheelis. The County Health Department, along with Mayor Glenn Jacobs, releasing their guidelines. Of course, it includes wearing a mask when you can't social distance, carrying hand sanitizer, and avoid touching people when handing out candy. And when you get home, use sanitizing wipes to clean off those candy wrappers. The health department says a key is to remember to stay outdoors if you can.
An outdoor costume contest is a great way to get in the spooky spirit while also staying safe. Conducting the contest outside makes it easier to spread out and maintain physical distancing.
The biggest question, well, how do you hand out all the candy this year? Some virus experts say minimize shared spaces like a candy bowl and wash your hands a lot.
As opposed to all hands going into a bowl, or more risky, someone actually placing food, candy or treats directly into a bag. The best risk management that kids can do and parents can do is just washing hands after handling the packaging before eating.
You can see more about all the new guidelines this year. We have them all in the WVLT News app. Experts, too, are saying make sure if you wear a mask, it's the cloth mask. They're saying the plastic ones aren't going to do. Well, it is 6:01 now on this Wednesday morning. Let's get a check of your forecast. It feels nice outside. It's not as chilly as it's been.
I know, I liked that. I had just a sweater on over my short sleeves this morning. Just going, okay, I don't need to lug a big old jacket around today. Because, the past couple of mornings I needed it. And then the afternoon, it's just under my arm in the way. Or if you're like me, you got a kid who's more likely to leave it at school when they no longer need it after the first couple of hours of the day. At least we have not only a more comfortable morning, but a warmer day ahead. So we'll just kind of carry that on over. Our warmer afternoons trickle over to the next morning. So we'll keep that going. Nice little warming trend here. This morning we're averaging right around 51 degrees. A beautiful clear sky, a lot of fog though. So actually you may want to remind the kids standing around at the bus stop, stay up in the grass if they are waiting around there for a little bit for that bus to roll up. Stay away from the roads. Drivers, keep in mind, of course, not only you have your school zones, but you have kids at all these different stops around town. Got to use caution on a morning when we've added in a lot more haze and some fog. At least temperature-wise, that is good news for sure. It's 50 in Williamsburg and Oneida, 53 in Knoxville. Rogersville, you're at 50, Madisonville, 52. Like I said, it's clear sky. And then down at the surface, all our beautiful waterways, fields. I noticed even a beautiful field I drive by in the mornings just was drifting fog off of it. Right? All that grass absorbs the moisture and now it releases it on a clear morning. And that's what we're seeing is haze to pockets of dense fog. Right? Sometimes it's not as pretty. Like visibility dropping off now to 0 for most of Monroe, McMinn, Meigs, Ray, Bledsoe, about half of Cumberland County. Notice it drops off again in parts of Knox, then most of Anderson, Union. Okay, I'm going to stop naming all the counties because at this point it's most of our counties that actually have at least some fog, and in some spots it's very hard to see. So if you live in Knoxville, West Knoxville, for example, don't let that skew you on thinking that that's the story, because most of our area actually has fog. It's a clear sky, fog at the surface. Big picture, well, we're going to see some changes. Beautiful clear sky today, but these outer bands of clouds from Hurricane Delta will actually start increasing tomorrow. So we'll keep the warming trend going, but then it goes from clouds to rain from that hurricane. So I'll show you what that means in the rest of your week coming up in your full forecast in a little more than 10 minutes.
Heather, thank you. Turning to coronavirus now, the Knox County Health Department reports 114 new active cases, putting us over the 1,000 active case mark in Knox County. The number of inactive cases, including people who say they've gotten better, continues to rise. 50 people are in the hospital right now. No new deaths to report as of Tuesday. Well, stocks fell yesterday after President Trump tweeted that he instructed his aides to stop negotiating on a coronavirus relief bill. The president says that if he wins the election, then he will pass a major bill. Late last night, the president said Congress should approve money for airlines and a standalone bill for new stimulus checks.
In response to a stimulus bill falling through, Southwest Airlines is tightening its wallet as a way to save jobs. The CEO announced pay cuts for management positions. They're